Hey everybody, Sketch back with more The Stanley Parable. So sorry the last video was quite short. My eye was really irritated. Actually, it's really irritated today, but I think I'm keeping everything crossed and I should be able to get through a bit more because we still have quite a bit to do. And my plan for today is to, I think the one thing left through the right door that we haven't done is, other than the baby, is actually stay on the platform lift. So we're going to do that for today. The narrator has been surprisingly quiet since I've been in the office. So
when Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he did not. Because I love
this was not the correct way to the meeting
the
room,
restrooms,
and Stanley knew
the
it
break
perfectly
rooms
well.
so much.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I did.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business,
I did
Stanley
go through,
retry
the confusion ending to make sure that I did not do anything.
Stanley was so bad at
wrong.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
But it turned out I didn't. I didn't press anything. It resets itself automatically.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Some funny comments when
sure
I played back through it.
really
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be
so
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please.
Me?
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Like, as in her, me? Or what? Okay.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Why you said...
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I mean, I have been playing for a little while now. I mean, but I wouldn't say I've been waiting. Oh, fuck.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I could just ignore it. Sorry, wrong number. Go again. Let's see a phone call. Can we? Do I answer it or?
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Well,
you actually
I followed the cable.
Incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check.
I love this so much.
It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
I have a
Music
wife?
comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
I mean,
Not picking up the
technically, I've
phone
already pledged
is actually
myself
somehow an
if we're
incorrect
married.
course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken.
Me.
This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
What?
Choice.
What?
It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Okay.
For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30 already?
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry.
Don't blame me for this shit.
Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Please, I'm begging. Stop. More charts? Oh, I'm always up for more charts. How about if I just don't? I mean, to be fair, the vehicles look kind of cool with the deterioration. We've got to say it. Can we go through here? No. Where did you want me to go? Oh wait, this has got guardrails on it now.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Let's go kill that baby again, shall we? I think you're annoyed at me, narrator, if I'm honest. I get a sneaky suspicion. Well, I guess I'll go back, but only because I'm being forced to. Can I hang out?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
I mean, I could just stop the game. That would let me go back to the real world, to be honest. But I guess I'll go back. Because somebody's having a hissy fit.
All you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
Again, I remind you, everybody left Stanley alone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He did not. I promise you. He did not. There is no way.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Open the door. Open the door. Is somebody put the shit here? Hello? Is anybody in there? Let me through the door. Mini. Oh my. Well, that's... okay. I think somebody lost the numbers on their door. Ta-da! See? I know which one was left. Okay. Fine. Fine. Whatevs. If I must.
Oh, it's ruined.
Oh,
I can't believe after everything we talked
look,
about that my story, you've destroyed my work.
I'm a gay.
Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way.
My name's
Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
What?
I have to.
No, you don't. What? Wait, what? No. No. What? Hello? Are you still there? Oh God, we did into the portal.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
Hi, Narrator.
With you, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Wow.
What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Oh, wow.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh.
So far
story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard.
Oh, okay.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This poor guy. I'm gonna, like, he's gonna lose his...
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Oh, wow.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly
how many
and
times did I
always
do this?
putting the story first.
Like,
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
I might edit this down. I'm going to try a few times.
When Stanley came
Is
to a
this just
set
going
of
to keep
2
repeating,
open doors,
like, reset
he
until you
entered
do
the
it
door
right?
on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think this is just
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry.
Yeah,
Behave exactly.
Okay. Oh, wait, I didn't do anything. What happened? Oh no. I think I pissed off the game. Hello? I think the game...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What is going on? My screen is black. Hello? Hello, game? I think my game crashed. I think my game's crashed. Oh, poo. It's not doing anything. I'll pop it up. Okay, fine. We might have to restart this cycle. I'll be back.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were.
Well,
Just a matter of time.
Okay, that's different.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, he did not.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
But when I went the wrong way, apparently I had a wife.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
So long since
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wasn't down available last time? Wasn't it green in here before? Or am I just thinking of the demo? I can't remember. It's been actually a while since we were in here. I mean, this was the path next on our, like, to-do list, but... Hello? Let me out. Oh, it's... Oh, it... Okay. I mean, it's green in here now, but...
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
What? Night Shark 115? Does that work? Hello?
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. What is all this shit under the door?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Can you actually do it? Night Shark.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What? What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
What?
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there?
You listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Oh. Okay. Well, that was sad. I mean, I got completely told off by the narrator, but that was kind of sad. I mean, I saw it in the other ending, the confusion ending. That's really interesting. Huh. Like, there's a kind of Jekyll Hyde kind of... The narrator needs Stanley. You know, I mean, he insisted that Stanley needed him, but it really seems a codependent kind of thing. Well, actually, it choked me up a little bit. That was so sad. I mean, you know, for a voice, and that's the thing.
How wonderful! Stanley was alone. Finally. This
Fuck
is
yeah,
great.
people are the
He thought to
worst.
himself, this is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Okay, yeah. Fuck everybody, they all disappeared. Okay, well, I guess we should go pick up that phone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm sorry, narrator.
This was
I'm
not
gonna
the
take
correct
you
way to the
off.
meeting room, and Stanley knew
I
it
feel
perfectly
bad about that
well.
after that last
Perhaps
ending.
he
but...
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
Yeah, no,
just to
I mean,
admire
that's the
it.
thing. This game is amazing.
The lounge was
I
sublime,
love it. I love
a
it
work
so
of
much.
art.
It's
But
and
eager to
it's
get back to
weird
business,
because
Stanley took the
it's
first
so
open door on his
basic.
left.
You know, it's easy to watch me play and just go, it's just the narrator while you walk around an empty office.
Stanley was so bad at following directions.
But
it's
the
incredible
writing
he
is
wasn't
so
5 years
good.
ago.
That even though I probably shouldn't,
Look, Stanley,
you can't
I
help
think
but
perhaps
care
we've
about
gotten
these
off on the wrong
characters.
foot here. I'm not your enemy.
And
Really,
it's just
I'm not.
so well written.
I realize that
and
investing
so many
your
games
trust in
that
someone else
they
can be
rely on
difficult,
certain
but the
mechanics
fact
or
is
whatever
that the
to
story has
convey
been
their
about
story
nothing
more
but
thoroughly.
you all this
But the
time.
writing in this has been
There's someone you've been
so good,
neglecting,
and
Stanley.
even though you've only got the
Someone
narrator
you've
talking,
forgotten about. Please, stop trying to
it's
make every
amazing.
decision
I love
by
it.
yourself.
It's so good,
I'm
and
not
it's,
asking
you know,
for
it's
me.
short and stuff, and it's a
asking
quick
for
play. But I mean, I've gone through this several times now, and I've not been
This is it,
bored.
Stanley.
I'm
Your
intrigued to
chance
see what these other
redeem
endings
yourself.
are and that.
To
I
put your
want
work
to
aside,
explore every.
to let her back into your life.
I want to
She's been
explore every
waiting.
possibility kind of thing.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up
Who
the
puts
phone.
a yellow phone on a yellow desk? I'm just asking. It's stupid. Oh, God. That did go to white. Okay, now.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Okay.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
What?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
What an asshole!
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, In his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Okay.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
So he killed them all. I'm telling you, he killed them all.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Sounds like my life, to be honest. I mean, I don't want to burn babies, but come on.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
That made you lose your
Surely
shit.
there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Fuck you. I'm not doing it. Screw you. I like to listen to the narrator. I'm a good boy. I'm not pressing that button. I'm not. My finger's on it, but I'm not going to press it. So... This is fascinating. This is an interesting ending. I mean, dark. And I mean, there's something creepy about the thought of me just being, like, losing my mind and not knowing what's real and fake. There's something a bit Shutter Islandish about that, I guess, anyway.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well,
before I have
maybe
a
this time
breakdown
he'll
again.
see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
Please
and
die!
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Please die! Fucking hell! Wow. Oh, okay. Wow, that got dark, like really quickly. Okay. Well, that was an interesting end. Don't know what to say about that. Okay. So, that's another ending. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Because
What could it mean?
Stanley murdered them
Stanley
all.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. that was a little overly complex and deep.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, I mean, we will, because we're done with stuff on the right for now. Like I said, the baby, I think, is the only thing that we've not done on that side, so...
Yet there was not a single person here either.
But like I said, that will be the last thing I'll hack, so...
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Was it here? Yeah.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
This is something we came in before, but when I was doing what he said, so...
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I mean, there is, because you just said there's not, so... Is that gaffer tape?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
There's
As it
gaffer
is,
tape,
he's literally just standing there doing sweet
trays
FA.
of stuff. Can we interact with anything? You're telling me I'm not into
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because it's pissing you off. Sorry, guys.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me, because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Yeah.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Oh, well, now I'm assured that the broom closet
fat and
ending
ugly
is
and
the
really,
best
really
ending.
stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Oh my god!
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Well, with that, I mean, I am still dead, technically, so... can we talk about the fact that black gaffer tape is better than grey gaffer tape? I'm sorry. That's really annoying me. I got a feeling that's not actually gaffer tape, because that's quite a big roll. I got a feeling that might be... I can't see clearly what it is, but anyway. I'm sorry, I got the best ending. I think we should just end the video there. I got the broom closet ending, which is totally the best ending in this whole game. Why continue to play? Well, seeing as you think I'm dead, there. I'm just gonna lay here and never leave. Cut to, like, 2 hours later or something. Sorry, just look at that light and I just like can't help thinking. Oh. Okay, I've been in here for like 10-15 minutes and nothing's happened. So I assume the game thinks I really am dead. So okay, we tried to get the broom closet ending and it doesn't exist.
Which second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Oh, well.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky.
Whatever.
I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh, you're going to have a nervous breakdown again. Oh, that player too. Just always incompetent. You expect him to do something decent, and they just don't. Fine. You're boring, narrator.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, you just go check what's downstairs. Ooh! What's downstairs? This is dark and ominous.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss,
Can we get in the car?
admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
I mean, they did just all vanish,
And then
to be
something
fair.
occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
More vending
why couldn't
machines!
he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
You're making me
And for
paranoid
that
now.
matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled.
Dreaming!
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
Or
he wasn't crazy
dead.
after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Okay.
Then he imagined
Oh.
himself
Oh, wow.
soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still
That's
not
just
woken
dust.
up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Go look at that
I'm
picture.
dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course,
Can you imagine
this
this
was not
voice
a
talking
dream.
to you in your dream?
How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself?
That would be
Believing that
amazing.
if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not seem
mean, it had
flow
to
to
be.
make the magical stars just a moment
Otherwise, he's
ago?
just losing
How
his
else would the
mind.
voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently,
story is just
and he
an
invited himself to
existential
wake
crisis.
up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
Oh, wow.
the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
You want to go to sleep?
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
And my wife with tiny boobs.
Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Normal is boring.
I am
Stanley. Okay. Do we feel better now?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
What? Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career,
Did she just
and by
leave
extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Why not? Wow. Okay, so Stanley definitely died. In one of these endings, at least. Okay. Can I go back to the broom closet ending, please? Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, that, and I'm pretty sure we're, at this point, I'm pretty
When
sure
Stanley
we're
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Oh
on
my
his
god! This is like the most depressing, darkest story. Who needs The Last of Us 2 when you got this shit? Seriously.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
might jump out of a
to his
window
boss's
at this
office.
rate, honestly. Okay. I don't think we're gonna go downstairs again, I can tell you that much. Holy shit. Oh wait, there's a plaque above the door now this time. There wasn't last time. Can we play with the receptionist's desk? You suck as a receptionist! Why are you not guarding your boss's office?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Woo! Trophy! 8. Wait, what was the code? What was the actual code?
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely.
I wasn't paying attention,
but
so.
no, this is what he was going to do instead.
There you go. Wait, I pressed 2845, didn't I? 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
You did tell me,
Amazing.
to be fair.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Yeah, I did see that there was an achievement for 88888, so I thought I'd give that a try. Right, so I think this time we should not turn the thing off. I think that's like one of the last things we've got to do.